So in the series of continuing the isomerism, now we're going to talk about the substituted cycloalkane. The second type of isomerism which shows is substituted cycloalkane. So what is substituted cycloalkane? How does it show the geometrical isomer? So let's say we have a compound like here we have CH3 and here we have CH3. We have this type of compound over here, right? Now CH3 could be, if we look by here, so CH3 is looking like one CH3 could be above, one CH3 could be below. Then that is the situation of trans. And one CH3 could be above the plane, below the plane, other could be also be below the plane. This is the situation of cis. So it could have the both possibility. One is cis and another is trans, right? So whenever a cycloalkane is substituted, it may show the geometrical isomer. It may show, right? So we're gonna look some compounds whether it show geometrical isomer or not. So like we have here, over here, we have a hydrogen, then chlorine. We have hydrogen, then bromine. When it show GI, yes, this is a cis GI. Now when we have like hydrogen and chlorine, and we have bromine and hydrogen, is it show GI? Yes, it is trans GI. Now does this compound Cl and Br it show GI? It doesn't show because it is in the same plane. It is sp2 hybridized, it is in the same plane, so it won't show. Why it won't show GI? Because it won't be above the plane and below the plane. It don't have any opportunity to get above the plane or below the plane. So it simply won't show GI. So we're going to talk about next compound, right? Now if we talk about the next compound, this one. Here we have chlorine, then hydrogen, then bromine. It won't show GI because chlorine in the same plane, hydrogen, bromine, if they exchange their position, it won't be changing the relative position to the other group. But we have this compound like we have Cl, then Br, then H. If it is double bond, it will also show 1 GI. Example, if we have a substituted carbon Cl and Br, when we exchange Cl and Br, their relative position is not changing to anyone. Means what happens, the relative position has to be changed. That is the basic criteria of the geometrical isomer. But when we see that the chlorine and bromine are here, but when we change the position, it won't show GI. And I'm writing some questions. Will it show GI? Yeah, we have bromine and chlorine. Yes, it will show. Because bromine and chlorine can change their position, cis and trans, right? Will it show? HCl, HH. Then we have H and Cl. Yes, it will show because Cl are together, and when one Cl flip over here, then it will be trans. Now we're going to talk about the next one. Third. Will it show GI? Yes, it will show GI. Because one, it could be above, it could be above. Then the situation of cis. When it is below, then it is the situation of trans. Now we're going to talk about the fourth one. The fourth one, will it show GI? Yes, it will show GI. Now we're going to talk about the fifth one. Will it show GI? Yes, it will show GI. Now we're going to talk about the sixth one. We have a methyl over here, we have CH3 over here, we have 1 over here. It won't show GI, right? Because there is no change in relative position. Now we're going to talk about the seventh one. Will it show GI? No, it won't show. Yes, it will show. Because the relative position could be changed. One could be above the plane, and other could be below the plane. And one both are above the plane or below the plane. That is the situation of cis. Will it show GI? We have chlorine, iodine and bromine. Yes, it will show GI. Ninth, I am writing. Yes, it will show GI. 10th. Yes, it will show GI. 11th. It won't show GI because this group, this is the above the plane. When it goes below the plane, there is no relative position change to the three of the three carbon. 12th. Will it show GI? It won't show towards the double bond, the ring, but it will show towards the double bond. 13th. It will show GI. 14th. Now all you are very smart to identify whether they are showing GI or not. They are very good questions. Just think by yourself. I'm writing the answers and all. Just think by yourself, okay? Because it is difficult to explain without the diagrams, 3D diagrams. But I hope you are smart enough to understand whether this will show GI or not. Nitrogen. It will show GI. 16th. It won't show GI because this is sp3 hybridized. This will in the plane and this will above and below the plane. So this oxygen is same position. When it will be there, it will be of same relative distance. So it won't show GI. 17th. It will show GI. Yes. 18th. It will show GI. 19th. It will show GI because it is similar to C, D, then A and B. It will show GI. It is similar to this compound, so it will show GI. Now we're going to talk about the next question, which will show GI. This all will show GI. Right, and the number of GI question is calculate number of this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. We have 3 equivalent to double bond. So it is actually 2 to the power 3 equals to 8. Right, so this type of question could be arises. Now we're gonna look about this was the through the double bond. Okay. Now the question is which will show GI. The very first one, it won't show. Second, it will show. Third, it won't show. Fourth, it will show. Fifth, it won't show. Sixth, it won't show. Seventh, it will show. Eighth, it will show. Ninth, it will show. It will show with that hydrogen, chlorine, and these two groups are two different. So that's how it will show GI.